it comes to money, everybody has an opinion. And I have become secure in myself over the last 50 years to understand that there are just things that I don't want to do when it comes to money. So here are 20 things that I quit doing. Number 1, allowing negative opinions on how I choose to spend my money. Now here's the thing. If I want to cut my own hair, I'm going to do it. If I'd rather cut my own hair than spend $250 at a salon, I'm going to do it. If I'd rather spend my money on renting a beach house for $5,000 for 2 weeks, I'm going to do that. If I want to make my own house cleaners and make my own laundry detergent to save money so I can spend it where I value more, I'm going to do that. Number 2, Facebook as a social media platform. Now I'm on Facebook. I use Facebook for business mostly. I'm in some Facebook groups that really help me in my business. That's really what I use Facebook for now. I don't really use it as a social media platform. So I don't really follow people. I don't see my friends' pictures. Every once in a while I might go to their pages just to check up with them. But as a social media platform, I choose not to use it. I choose not to be influenced by what other people are doing in their life to maybe influence myself and how I choose to live my life. Number 3, shopping in person. It's kind of been interesting to me to see the transformation since the last 5 years the pandemic hit, when people were really not allowed to shop in person, how the stores have shifted. Perfect example. I was looking for a pair of capris because I got a stain on my tan capris and I can't get it out and it's terrible. I was looking for a new pair. I went to Kohl's looking for a new pair. My Kohl's has really transformed. They don't have nearly as many options on the floor as they used to. I'm going to end up having to order them online. And really, I think I prefer that. Although it does seem like a bother, right? I like to try things on sometimes, see if they fit, see if I like the way that they look, touch the fabric to see if I like the texture. It's getting harder and harder to do that. So honestly, I think I'm just going to stop wasting my time. I think I'm just going to quit shopping in person. Number 4, staying up late. I quit staying up late. Now you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with money? But I can tell you this. If I'm well rested, my mind is sharper, and I make better decisions. This means not only do I make better decisions with what I'm putting into my body as far as my water and my food intake, but I'm making better decisions financially as well. My mind is well rested, I'm sharper, I'm not wasting money. I'm not going to Amazon spontaneously overspending on things I don't need if I'm well rested. Number 5, I quit paying bills manually. I just don't have time to write a check. I don't have time to put a post stamp on it and send it in the mail. It's so much easier if they're automatically done, and many times when you automate your bills, you get a discount. I got a discount on my cell phone bill because it's automated. Saving money. Number 6, I quit thinking that I need to spend money to celebrate. When something amazing happens or I reach a milestone in my life, there used to be a time where I would feel like I have to reward myself with something purchased. Let's use weight loss as an example. If I lose 10 pounds, I need to celebrate that milestone. Totally get it. But that doesn't necessarily mean I have to go buy myself an Apple Watch to celebrate. I can spend less money or no money and still get an amazing payoff in the celebration. Number 7, I quit spending money on unplanned purchases. Now, as an adult, I have a conversation with my husband the majority of the time. No, I'm not talking about stopping by and getting a cup of coffee as an unplanned spontaneous purchase. I'm talking about the bigger things, maybe anything over $50. We rarely spend money unplanned these days. We have a goal for our money, so we would rather plan the purchase than spontaneously spend $500. Number 8, I quit thinking that credit cards were a huge no. Years ago, I got myself into a little bit of trouble with credit cards, and I really couldn't find a way to dig myself out. It took me years to do that. So for years, we just didn't have credit cards. They were a place of contention for us. They were a disaster waiting to happen. We were living paycheck to paycheck. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had 2 boys. One, I don't know if you know this, has severe special needs. He's going to be 25 in September, still lives at home with us. So we were caring for him and our younger son, and I was a stay-at-home mom doing that. We did not have the money to spend spontaneously or splurge on a whole lot of things. So we decided that credit cards just weren't going to happen. If we didn't have the money to buy it and we weren't able to save for it, then we just didn't have the money to buy it. Now that I've gotten older and we're in a different season of life, we realize that credit cards aren't evil. They're not terrible. We have learned to use them responsibly. Number 9 kind of circles back around to number 1. I've quit being offended. Other people's opinions of me are none of my business. If you have an opinion of me, the way that I look, the way that I talk, the way that I spend money, okay, good for you. Thanks for the feedback. Have a great day. Number 10, looking at my phone before bed. Now, what does this have to do with money? Just like I said before, when I'm well rested, I don't spend as much money. So when I'm tired and I'm looking at my phone before bed, whether it's Amazon or Instagram or Facebook, I tend to spend money when I'm tired. So I've cut out looking at my phone before bed. That way I don't have to worry about spending money, number 1. And number 2, I get to bed earlier, so I'm well rested. This may come as a surprise. I have quit cooking dinner every single night. Now this sounds counterintuitive, right? You're saving money, you don't want to go out to spend money, you want to cook dinner at home. We're doing that. However, I'm cooking a couple of times a week, maybe more like 4 times a week, and the other 3 times I'm throwing things together from the things that I already have cooked. Perfect example. We grilled chicken. We grilled enough chicken so I had it for 3 or 4 nights. That was the main course with a couple of sides and a vegetable. Then it was a topper for salads. Then it was in a stir fry, and then it was some chicken sandwiches. So that's 4 meals out of the chicken that we cooked once. If you're looking for a way to plan your meals a little bit better, I have a free meal planning toolkit. I'll leave that down in the description below. Number 12, I quit grocery shopping regularly. Now this sounds super funny. I know, I understand. I'm hearing it as I'm saying it out loud right now and it sounds a little silly. But we have only started grocery shopping when we actually need to go grocery shopping. It used to be I went grocery shopping every 2 weeks on Friday. That was my straightforward, structured, doing it that way every other week without fail. However, now I found that as we're growing in this different season of life, my youngest is working all the time. He's never home for dinner anymore. So I just grocery shop as we see fit. As we see that we are low on things and the grocery list is getting longer, I go grocery shopping. I throw in an order on Walmart.com and go pick it up as needed. Number 13, I quit buying gifts just to buy gifts. Now my husband says I'm an excellent gift giver. I have a tendency to pay attention to what people like, what people want, and what people may need. It's just in my nature. I tend to be in tune with that. Most of my friends are my age, and I understand that they don't necessarily need more stuff. So instead of buying birthday gifts for my close girlfriends, I get them something a little bit different. Maybe I get them a consumable, a candle, their favorite snack, a bouquet of flowers. I don't buy stuff just to buy stuff. Sometimes, as a matter of fact, A good friend of mine, Lisa, and I would rather just go out for coffee. My friend Becky and I go, when it's her birthday, we go out for lunch and to a movie. Sometimes it's better not to buy gifts just to buy gifts, but to actually spend quality time with your friends instead. Number 14, I quit buying junk. I'm all done buying stuff that doesn't last. From clothes to shoes to furniture, I don't want to buy the junky things anymore. We were looking for a vanity for our upstairs bathroom, and we were looking at places like Home Depot and other supply stores, Lowe's, and the vanities there just seemed so cheap, not very good quality and not put together well. So instead, my husband found an old dresser and refinished this dresser. He put a bowl sink on top with a faucet and turned it into a vanity. Not only is it absolutely gorgeous, it has plenty of storage in it, but it's solid and it was so much cheaper. I would rather buy quality shoes, boots, clothes, pants at a little bit higher price than continue to spend over and over again on junk. I stopped following what's trendy. I kind of know what I like. I mean, I'm 50 years old, I figured it out by now. And that doesn't necessarily mean that something that's trendy I don't like. I mean, I may actually like what's trendy, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to buy it. I tend to stick with the things that I know I already like, things that are classic and clear and comfortable for me, rather than just buying because it's trendy. Number 16, I quit thinking that quitting is bad. Sometimes it's okay to stop doing what you're doing because it's not working, whether that be your budget or whether that be the book that you're reading. I mean, seriously, life is too short to read a terrible book. Quitting is okay. It gives you an opportunity to refocus and try a different path. Number 17, I quit negative self-talk. I quit talking to myself like there's something wrong with me. I quit saying to myself how tired I am all the time and just get more rest. I quit thinking about my appearance in such a negative way that made me feel bad about myself. I'm all done. I am who I am. I'm doing my very best to be as healthy as I possibly can. I'm doing my very best to be happy and to have my life filled with joy, and nothing else is going to get in the way of that. I'm all done with self-talk. Now, this is a process. This is not something that can be done quickly and like flipping a switch. This is something that I've been working on for years, and I'm probably going to continue working on it. But I've made the decision to quit talking negatively to myself. Number 18, I quit trying different brands because they're cheaper. Now, some of the brands that I have found, some of the store-bought brands are fantastic. Salad dressings, for example, some of the store brands are just fine. But ketchup, mayonnaise, I'm not going to waste my money on a store brand or another brand mayonnaise rather than Hellmann's. I'm just going to stick with Hellmann's. I am going to see if I can find it on sale as much as possible, but it's still going to be Hellmann's. Number 19 might shock you a little bit, it might not, but I quit showering every day. I work from home. I'm not super active. I go for walks sometimes, but I don't do anything strenuous and I don't do anything dirty. Really, just washing up is plenty. I don't need to shower every day. I do shower every other day, but I haven't been washing my hair every day. Just a little quick tip that I learned is to wash your hair twice and condition once in the shower, and you can actually go 4 to 5 days without washing your hair, and the oils don't build up like they normally do. Just a little tip I found on YouTube if you want to give that a shot. And lastly, I stopped borrowing money. I don't borrow money. We don't borrow money. We haven't borrowed money for a really long time. We don't borrow money for cars. We don't borrow money for our rental properties. We won't borrow money again for anything. We would rather save up our money and pay cash for whatever it is we need. I may need a new car in the next 5 years. We're safe for it. we've decided that we won't ever borrow money for something that we need. We would rather use our own money and not pay interest on that. Okay, those are 20 things that I have quit. Please share with me. Tell me some of the things that you've quit when it comes to money, even when it doesn't come to money. Things that you don't want to do anymore because it's not good for you and it doesn't serve you well. I'd love to hear. Leave those in the comments and have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.